Before you decide whether to stay, I need to tell you something honestly. This video isn't comforting. It isn't gentle. And it isn't meant to make you feel inspired. This video will hurt. Because it speaks about the quiet regrets we carry. The ones we don't talk about. The ones we promise ourselves we'll face later. I told myself those same promises. And now, I don't have much later left. For most of my life, I believed strength meant endurance. Keeping it together. Not complaining. Smiling even when something inside me felt wrong. I was taught early that being emotional made people uncomfortable, so I learned to be composed instead. Responsible. Capable. But what no one tells you is that you can be strong and still abandon yourself. And I did. Quietly. For years. The first lie I believed was a comforting one. I'll deal with this later. Later, when things calm down. Later, when the kids are older. Later, when work slows. Later, when I have more energy. Later became my favorite word, and my most dangerous one. Because later gave me permission to ignore myself. Life doesn't take things from you suddenly. It asks politely. A little at a time. One skipped conversation. One postponed boundary. One night you're too tired to talk. One year that passes faster than you expected. You don't notice the loss while it's happening. You only notice when you stop recognizing your reflection. Here's something painful to admit. I didn't lose my life to tragedy. I lost it to routine. 2 days that looked responsible from the outside but felt empty on the inside. I was always needed. Always useful. Always available. Just not to myself. I told people I was fine. Even when I wasn't. Because fine is easy. Fine doesn't require explanation. Fine doesn't inconvenience anyone. But every time I said I was fine when I wasn't, I taught people how to ignore my pain. And eventually, they did. I avoided asking for help because I didn't want to seem weak. I avoided honest conversations because I didn't want conflict. I avoided slowing down because I felt guilty resting. I avoided admitting I was unhappy because I thought I should be grateful. Avoidance kept the peace. But it destroyed the truth. There wasn't a dramatic moment when I realized something was wrong. No breakdown. No collapse. Just a quiet afternoon. I was alone, surrounded by the life I had worked so hard to build. And I felt nothing. No joy. No fulfillment. No excitement. Just a deep, aching sense that something essential was missing. That's when the question finally came. Where did I go? Women don't usually disappear loudly. We fade. Into caretakers. Into expectations. Into roles we never questioned. We become what everyone needs us to be until we forget what we need at all. I was praised for my sacrifice. No one warned me about its cost. There are words I swallowed for years. I'm overwhelmed. I need space. I don't feel seen. I'm not okay. I need more. I thought staying quiet was kind. It wasn't. This video hurts because it asks questions we avoid. Are you living your own life or managing everyone else's? Are you fulfilled or just functioning? Are you honest or just polite? These questions don't feel urgent when you're busy. They become urgent when time feels shorter. One wish I had known that being needed is not the same as being loved. That being busy is not the same as being purposeful. That being strong is not the same as being whole. And that ignoring your inner voice doesn't silence it. It just makes it harder to hear later. Courage doesn't arrive when you feel ready. It arrives when you act despite fear. I waited to feel confident. To feel certain. To feel justified. Waiting cost me years. Courage grows from action, not the other way around. If you're listening to this right now, please hear me. You don't need to burn your life down to change it. You don't need permission. You don't need a breaking point. You don't need to wait until you're exhausted. Small truths spoken now are gentler than regrets carried later. If I could go back, I would speak sooner. Rest without guilt. Say no without apology. Ask for help, choose presence over perfection, and stop waiting for the right moment. The right moment rarely announces itself. Here is the hardest truth. No one is coming to rescue you from your own silence. Not time, not success, not love. Only honesty can do that. And honesty hurts, but it heals. This discomfort you feel right now, it's useful. It's awareness waking up. Pain, when listened to, is guidance. Ignoring it is how people lose decades without noticing. I don't know how much time I have left, but I know this. The things that matter most are almost always the things we treat as least urgent, until we can't anymore. Let this hurt now, so you don't have to carry it later. If this made you uncomfortable, if it stayed with you longer than expected, if it stirred something you didn't want to feel, that doesn't mean something is wrong. It means you're listening. This video will hurt, but you need it before it's too late.